Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 1 with our playing on a budget mono blue aggro. Yes, we'd like to play first. It's what we do in an aggressive list. This is a pretty good hand. We can go first turn Cloudfin Raptor, evolve it with Ornithopter. Second turn Military Intelligence and actually attack in with both to draw a card. We're definitely going to keep this. Well, you know what? Actually, the better play. Ooh, this is interesting. We can go Cloudfin Raptor. I think it's evolving or Cloudfin Raptor is a little bit more important than the drawing the card right off the bat. So I'm just going to go first turn Cloudfin Raptor, second turn Hypnotic Spectre, and evolve it with the Hypnotic Spectre Ornithopter attack for 2. So it's really between, do I want to get a card out? Maybe a card is actually better. And we'll just rely on our Cloudfin Raptor being a 1-2 for a while until we can actually get it bigger. So our two options again is going to go first turn, throw out this Cloudfin Raptor, second turn, Hypnotic Siren, Ornithopter, swing in for 2, and then we'll have a Mutavault that can actually, well, either way, Mutavault's being played second turn, or first turn we can go Cloudfin Raptor and then second turn Cloudfin Raptor, Ornithopter, and then second turn Military Intelligence and attack for the 2. Even though that this guy's not doing damage, this just says when you attack a 2 or more, you draw a card. That might actually be the better play. Alrighty. I think that is going to be the right play. Just get this guy evolved and then pass the turn to our opponent. Now, we get a little bit screwed up with the first turn Thoughtseize. It's just going to be a Sacred Foundry. This is most likely going to be Burn. Burn is everywhere again because the Azorius Control, Mono Black are once again the boogeyman of MTG. So Burn is really trying to farm them out, prey upon them for a while. So anyway, it is just going to be Military Intelligence. I think that drawing a card here is the right thing. And we'll go to the attack phase, and this will get us a card. Finds us an island. That's nice. So, Searing Bloods are going to be pretty hard for us to deal with. We have an Hour of Need, though. I might just start leaving up Hour of Need. Man, striving a 4/4 on turn 3 is pretty good. And that can actually evolve. So we can actually attack into the Cloudfin Raptor and the Ornithopter, and then Hour of Need our Ornithopter. It's be a Magma Jet on our Cloudfin Raptor. Okay, that's going to change things a bit. We can, again, draw a card if we'd like to. That actually might be the right play, rather than trying to blitz him, Judge's Familiars and whatnot. So what I think I'm going to do here, and we can actually still even play like a Judge's Familiar. I'm going to play a Judge's Familiar, and then activate a Mutavault, and then attacking with the Mutavault and the Ornithopter. This will give us another card. There's a Hall of Triumph. That's going to be kind of nice. We need one more. No, we can actually cast it. But it only buffs up our Judge's Familiars, the problem. And so he's still at a 17. We're keeping our hand quite full with the Military Intelligence. Yeah, this is going to be Burn. And he's got to decide whether he wants to start killing my guys or if he wants to burn my face. I mean, Young Pyromancer is going to be a bit difficult for me to deal with. I don't want to Hour of Need it. It gives the controller a... I'm going to use an Hour of Need in response to him trying to kill something. I think we attack in with the Judge's Familiar and the Ornithopter, and we play out the rest of our cards. So, going to give us another Faerie Impostor. He's going to take just one here. And so again, I could Hour of Need. Hour of Need is going to be hard for him to deal with. He does have the Strive, the Stoke the Flames in there, but it's just going to be Faerie Impostor. Return an Ornithopter. Cast an Ornithopter, play a Faerie Impostor, and return an Ornithopter. And I do believe we play the Ornithopter here. We pass the turn. We got a nice little aggressive flyers. The Young Pyromancer tokens are going to do absolutely nothing. I do have to worry about like an Overload of Mizzium Mortars, but I don't think he main boards it. So he's deciding whether his Young Pyromancer is more valuable than a Faerie Impostor, and if he attacks it, I will not block it. So definitely up to... if I were him, I would just go for it. He has a burn deck. He's going to have to... Yeah, that's smart. So he's going to come in with the 2-1. But I'm going to be very aggressive next turn with the Hall of Triumph. Naming blue. And now he's got to decide where he wants to put the removal. I mean, Magma Jets and Shocks and things, they're pretty good versus me. We're going to get in here with the attackers. Draw another card here. Another military intelligence. He's down to an 8. Yeah, now he's going to... I think he's just going to War Leader's Helix me here at the end of turn to get himself back up to a 12. Dispels are going to be awesome, the board. Just Boros Charms me, okay. Puts out an elemental. I can block the elemental with the Ornithopter. And he's going to Skull Crack me as well. So he's got a lot of burn in his hand. And he's going to be able to hit for 3 with Young Pyromancer. But he's got to deal with these imposters and whatnot. Three cards left in his hand. This is going to be tough, though, because, I mean, he does have the aggro out. He does have the ability to get in for at least 2. More likely 3. He could actually activate a Mutavault, get in for 5. But he's got to be careful how he spends his mana, because I do have a Judge's Familiar that I can sack at any point. And I do have 8 damage on board as well. I'm going to keep my Ornithopter alive. I don't know if this is the right play, because I am down to an 8 as well. Looks like a Stoke the Flame, a War Leader's Helix is going to put him back up to a 12. This might actually just be game now, as he did have the 1 mana open for it. And he does have a lot of ways to... Yeah, I could Mutavault, I could Disperse the Elemental token. That doesn't do much. I think I'm just dead here, no matter how this works, because, again, we can only get in here for 4, 3, 6, 7, 8. Make him block with an Elemental token. I hope he has nothing that deals damage in his hand, but that is highly, highly, highly unlikely. I think we just put him on a 2-turn clock with attacking him with the imposters, leave back the Judge's Familiars. And again, just hope that he doesn't have it. But again, with Burn, that's very, very unlikely that he doesn't have it. We do have a lot of not so decent cards in our hand with the Disperses that do, very little. I don't even think that I do anything here. I think that I hope he just attacks in and we can. Now he has a Stoke the Flames here. Yeah, that's going to be game. Again, our sideboard's nice because I'm just going to bring in all the negates and dispels and take out these disperses. The disperses don't do very well. Triton Tactics is kind of nice in here, as we can keep 2 guys alive if he's going to go that route. I think Illusory Angel is actually very good in this matchup. And yeah, just the negates and the dispels. Maybe Mizzium Skins. I mean, what can we get rid of? I like the military intelligence, but maybe that's not fast enough. I need stuff that just... Hypnotic Sirens I don't think is going to be fast enough for him. Just a 1/1. I think Quickling we're just going to use to protect our guides. Incursion Specialist is fine. It does get unblockable. So Judge's Familiar is great in this matchup. And maybe it is military intelligence that's just too slow in this matchup. We just need to get out a dude and protect it for a few turns. So the Hour of Knees or Rapid Hybridizations might be the right... Now, I still think they're pretty good, too, because I can end a turn rapid. And I'm going to get rid of 1 rapid, though. And we're going to submit this, see how well this does. Yes, I'd like to play first. This is okay. Kind of okay. I'm going to keep it in hopes that we draw into a 1/1 to actually evolve these Cloudfin Raptors. And if nothing else, we can still... Hollow Triumph is pretty good in this matchup. So he's going to shock off a Cloudfin Raptor. I guarantee that's what's happening. Yep. So eats a shock. Another island. Definitely didn't want to see that. Cloudfin Raptor. Pass it back to him. Again, we might just be too slow. No negates. No Disperse. Or, geez, another island. Okay, so I think right here we just cast the Hall of Triumph, naming blue. And he's going to Magma Jet my Raptor. So next turn, though, if I draw into a creature, I should be pretty good with Illusory Angel being out of the War Leader's Helix range. But if I continue to draw into lands, that's going to be my big issue. I mean, the deck only runs 20, and we've drawn a fourth of our lands already. See if he just activates Mutavault and attacks. No, it's going to be a Pyromancer. We get an Ornithopter. That's fine. It allows us to cast it and then cast the Angel, which is a 5/5, so that's a pretty decent clock. But the mana flood is pretty bad how many we've drawn into. And then anything, Ornithopter wasn't the greatest card there either. But the Angel should be a bit of an issue for him to deal with. He has to burn like 2 guys on this. So I think that the right play here is just going to attack in with the Angel. He's down to a 13. And we'll play the island. We'll play the Faerie Impostor. And I hope that he just like kills the Ornithopter in response, because that'd be really bad. Because what I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to bounce the Angel back and recast it, because it will be casting 2 cards. I'd rather have that than a Mutavault that can just activate for whatever reason. So he's going to Lightning Strike an Ornithopter. All right, so pretty bad mistake on his part. Now he can't get rid of the Illusionary Angel. Yeah, because he can't even stoke it. So very good. Ornithopter gets to eat a Lightning Strike. Yes, we'd like to return another hand. And since we cast a card this turn, we can throw it out. So yeah, big play mistake on our opponent's part there. He is on a 2-turn clock now. I mean, he's got to use like another Lightning Strike on the Angel. I've got a blocker now for his young Pyromancers. He's going to Boros Charm me. I don't know. I'm still in a bit of an issue here. Oh yeah, but Chain of the Rocks is extremely good against Illusionary Angel. So he's down to 2 cards though, and he can just Magma Jet this off at any time. This Faerie Impostor. So yeah, looking pretty bad for us. And I'm down to a 13. And he gives it double strike. He gives his own elemental double strike. That's 4 damage I saved, so he's definitely going to go the Pyromancer route. Rapid Hybridization is very, very bad. I can use it on my own Mutavault, but I don't even want to do that. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this card in. We needed to draw into creatures, anything but 5 lands here, or even multiple Mutavaults would have been better too. It's going to be a Satyr Fire Dancer. And we will activate this Mutavault. See if he kills it in response. I'm hoping he does, because then we can Rapid Hybridization it. Boros Charm where? Where's the Boros Charm going? To me. Okay, oh yeah, because he's going to redirect the damage from the Fire Drinker to the Mutavault. And now we have to Rapid Hybridization it. So I guess we get rid of that young Pyromancer, but it's probably too little too late. He's out of cards there, though. So that worked out pretty good for us. But triple Boros Charm hand, that's rough to beat that draw. I mean, he had the perfect lineup for us. So Dispel now is way too late for Dispel to really be significant. Because now I think he just starts blitzing in. You activate the Mutavault blitz in, and I can't block enough over time. And then he just has to top deck into anything. But yeah, young Pyromancer and the charms are really, really hard for the deck. I mean, he's had very, very good draws both games. Get to Dispel that thing. That's nice. So now, again, I don't know if he blitzes in or not. I think he will at this point, the Elementals. I don't know why. He could get me down just to a few. Get a Mutavault. That's not the greatest. We just have to stay back. This is not going our way. So there's his land. There's his 4th land. Or his 5th land. But see what he does, what he scries. Puts on the bottom, so it was probably another land on top. Another Rapid Hybridization. I think I do attack in now. See if you blocks with Elementals. See, now I can Rapid Hybridization my Mutavault again when he tries to do that shenanigans. He did not activate the Mutavault. That's interesting. So we are going to activate the Mutavault. And he's a Magma Spray. So now we can Rapid Hybridization it. and block the Fire Dancer. But we're still down to a 4, and that's really all he needs to get us down to. And I think I just swing in with 1. Get him down to a 4. Unfortunately, this Incursion Specialist at this point is kind of hard to be useful. Again, all he's got to top deck into is a Warrior Leaders or a Boros Charm or a Stoke the Flames, and I'm toast. Or even another Activating Mutavault, just any 2 damage spell. Yep, and it looks like that's what he did. He top decked into the 2 damage spell. The Magma Jet, anything here. So rough matchup. Especially when there's that many Boros Charms. And a Searing Blood. Oh, geez. So I guess I had to block there to really, yeah, make that. Yep, because then I'll take 3 and then die here. All right, so we lose match number 1. That's, again, a pretty even matchup, I would say. Again, it's very hard for any deck in the format to deal with a triple Boros Charm hand with a Young Pyromancer. The Young Pyromancer just got a lot of work in there. We're not a deck that actually can handle the Young Pyromancer efficiently. I don't want to Rapid Hybridization it or Hour of Need it. I think the problem there was we did draw. Maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand to begin with. We almost came back there. Another Dispel would have been nice if we would have been, again, 1 card ahead instead of one of those lands. The Dispel would have won us the game there, as we could have Dispelled it and then swung in for the win the following turn. But I think it's pretty even. Nonetheless, the cards you do have to worry about is Young Pyromancer and Warrior Leader's Helix. And other than that, I think you can pretty much race it. If he wants to use a card for a card, like a Shock or a Magma Jet for just one of our guys, that's fine. And the Angel can really get in there. So, again, I think he drew basically about as perfect as you could draw there, both games to beat us. And we did stumble the first game with like Disperses that were dead, and second game with just the amount of lands we drew. Anyway, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.